Today we are back with more Minecraft Skyblock here on Cosmic Sky. Today we're going to be going ahead and changing around some farms on our island, getting some skeletons instead of zombies going, and also going ahead and adding more mining bots down for certain types of ores so we can get more progression going. Anyways, that being said, if you are going to purchase anything on the Cosmic Store, consider using my creator code. It's literally my branding name. I'd very much appreciate it. But yeah, the first thing I do want to go ahead and go over is my armor set. Just to give a rundown, I've gotten to Demonic Realm, which is the second highest realm you can get to, or adventure, I guess you could say. I've finally gotten there. Everyone runs it now, and it makes quite a bit of money. So I've been working on a set, and so far I've got some pretty good enchants to be running with, so we may go in there at some point in the video. But I guess we can go ahead and start changing around this guy right here, our baby auto miner, for coal. We need to make it a full-on auto miner, which I do have a few. We got 3 here, and we're gonna go ahead and swap this around. And we're going to need our pickaxe, so let's go ahead, grab that out, and we're gonna turn this little guy off. Or actually, we can just break him, and we'll move this all around. We'll go ahead, put the baby auto miner away, and I'm probably gonna need to sell this at some point, or that's the wrong one. There we go. But we're gonna do F3 plus G, turn on our chunks, and we're gonna go ahead, put down some coal in, I guess, this corner. So this right here is about 25, so we can put 2 more down. I guess we can just put them right here, and this should be good enough. The bot can sit right here. We'll put all the fuel in before we start it, and we'll move this over. Go ahead, plop that down, and then we move the link chest over, set it to the white channel, put in this fuel, put that there, and then we'll go ahead, turn this on, and now we're gonna make even more coal. Oh yeah, we need a tier 1 upgrade. Do I have one in my chest at all? I don't, unfortunate. There's one for about 7 million. I could see if I can use this already. We got 1 minute and 37 seconds, so we'll go ahead and try and get that extra money from this, because we need a tier 1 in this so we can get the extra coal drops. But we're not actually going to be swapping out all the zombies. We're going to be swapping out maybe half of them, because I do have a lot more I placed down. So we'll probably have like 10 stacks here, and then we'll have the side skeletons. So we'll go ahead and start replacing, I guess, all of these spawners that need to be replaced, of course. So I'm going to break down this pillar. Okay, so yeah, this pillar is going to be broken. We'll get rid of every single zombie, and then I guess I can just put this here to place this back, and we need our tinted glass, which we have some in the chest. Go ahead and grab some of that, and I have a lot of skeletons. I think we could already fill up the skeletons like right off the bat, so I'm actually only gonna fill one of these in, because I don't think we even need to fill them in. Yeah, we have a ton here. We have enough to fill this all in. I've been saving a lot of them, so I guess it makes a lot of sense why we shouldn't need the glass at all. So we'll go ahead and start placing these in, and I did upgrade the island upgrade to get about 1,000 spawner cap, because we had too many down, so I needed to upgrade that at one point. So now we're situated on that, of course. So this is the last spawner. There we go. I'll keep some of the zombies. Like, I don't know how many I'm gonna need, but I'm definitely gonna keep a lot of these in case I need them in the future. And then the coal, we can put some of that back. And then now we can go ahead and go to here and sell this, but we need to use our merchant pet. So we get that 20% bonus on this sell hand, and there we go. We got enough. Put the merchant away, put this back. All right, let's purchase it. There we go, 7 million. Put this inside of here so we get the extra drops and more island XP, as well as the fuel reduction, which is not really too much of a big reduction. So now 2 types of mobs should be in here getting switched between and getting killed, and both of the mob types have a chance of being killed from these 2 alts sitting here with the Slayer Sams on them with the proper levels, of course. They're both level 5, I think you need them to be. So this should work out perfectly, but the one problem is we're not collecting the bones, which I should be collecting those. And then I think there's arrows. I'm not too certain. Maybe I'm mistaken, but we're gonna go ahead and start collecting everything. Yeah, we'll do the arrows and the bones. This should work if I'm not mistaken. The thing is, we don't have any kind of crafting recipe for bones right now, because bone bar is really expensive and the iron nodes are so expensive as well. So crispy flesh is our better option. It's just I need to get skeletons kind of killed for more money and island XP, of course. So it's good to have a split of both in there at least. So now we're gonna get less rotten flesh, but we're still gonna get a ton of it. It's gonna probably match out the coal, or the coal is gonna be producing more now, because I have like a ton of rotten flesh that I just have not had the chance to use because it's just overflowing. So there we go. We got that situated. What about our island farming / IS farming? We need torch flowers. Yeah, we need to start doing torch flowers. I guess we can do that. Let's go ahead and get some dirt going. Let's get our hoe out, and I guess we can go over to here and start building the layer for the torch flowers. And I do have auto harvesters and upgrades, I believe. I don't know if I have a tier 2, but we should have a tier 1 upgrade at least. All right, we got all this down. Let's go ahead and start tilling. Oh yeah, and we need a grass block. Go ahead and grab that and put it here. There we go. Now we start tilling. Also, if you haven't left a like on the video, I'd very much appreciate it. It helps get the video out in the YouTube algorithm. Okay, we're done tilling. Now let's go ahead, start placing down some seeds. I already have enough. I think we need 3 stacks total, which we have a ton here, as you can see. A ton of these, which is really, really good. I can actually put away the dirt as well, since we're done with that. Oh yeah, and we're gonna put the torch flowers in here already in the collection. If we can we? Yes, we can. So we're gonna go in each of these, put in the torch flowers so we make the money from those. There we go. Torch flowers are now in each of the collections. And then we just go ahead and start placing these in. Also, if you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing because we are trying to hit 32,000 by the end of the year. I know it's only the start, but it would be amazing if we could at least hit 32,000, which we are pretty close. So I'd like to see if we can make it happen. All right, we should pretty much be done here. And look how quick that torch flower grew. Oh my gosh. All the way back there's one that already grew. Interesting stuff. I'll take it. Oh, I know why we aren't able to place things here. I didn't really understand at one point why the carrots weren't staying down. I don't have any lighting. So we'll go here and we'll buy, I think, 3 stacks. I don't think we really need 3. So if I go here now, we should have the lighting, as you can see, and we can place these in. I was so confused why I couldn't place that. Had me really, really confused, and probably wasn't producing us much crops because I think lighting helps them grow, if I'm not mistaken, at least from my knowledge. So we probably could have been making way more crops, at least I think. All right, there we go. We got that situated. Lighting's fixed. So now we got that situated, we need a auto harvester. Let's grab out one of those, get a tier 1 upgrade, and then yeah, we don't have tier 2, so I'll get a tier 2 eventually. For now, we're gonna set this to a fueling station of the maximum, and then it's gonna go for a bit. I am gonna grab some fuel from here so it doesn't stop. All right, put the fuel in, put the tier 1 upgrade, and we should be good. It's a matter of watching if the system breaks or not as well for the fueling. I hope it doesn't though, because this seems to be working so far. So now if we look at island farming, we should have torch flowers growing, as you can see right there. So we're working towards sugarcane. Also, if we go ahead and do island slayer, so / island slayer, you can see we are getting skeletons done here towards pig zombies or zombified piglin, which is really good. Now we're gonna go on adventure though, because we do need to get more loot from adventure to make our set even better. Currently right now it's at a good state, but it needs some enchants and more sockets. That is at least the plan I'm going for, and I'm trying to make this set second to max enchants only, and then I'm gonna showcase it at the end of the map in my / showcase, because this was my old set that worked really well for map 1 of the return. It worked really, really well, but now it's a whole different story for custom enchants, and I want to put everything that's important and I could copy for next seasons into this little layout here in my showcase. So I plan to do that with my chain set, which you could just use for diamond or iron as well. But yes, we're gonna go ahead, go into adventure. I am gonna put some food in my offhand / adventure, and let's go hop right in. We'll go into number 2 because there's the least amount in there, and you usually spawn at this side of the map, and there's a lot of good mobs. You can kill like a lot of legendary mobs, which I'll take any day. But yeah, all I've been able to get is like godly chests really for my highest tier, because I don't have a heroic key currently or even a mythic key, which is gonna be a while from now until I can even get one of those. But you can see we got a socket here. We're gonna put that on our helmet, hope it applies, which it did not. We're just hoping we can get more sockets to apply to our set, because I want to get every kind of socket on it. That is at least what I need to do. Any chest is really good, but I know for a fact that the lowest tier of mob, like basic, if you get those chests, you have a higher chance of getting gems and dust. So if you get elite and basic, they are the best to go for if you're looking for that kind of loot. And I did manage to get Unbreaking 3 on all of my set. At one point, I didn't even have Unbreaking 3, and my gear was getting demolished on its durability, which it still even is getting demolished, which is just disgusting. So I gotta make sure I'm watching my durability on my screen to make sure I don't break any armor pieces. There we go, godly socket, 15%. Can we apply it? Oh, we got it on our leggings. Let's go. And there's some godly mobs over here we should probably kill before someone else kills them, so we can get our hit list on on tab, which essentially is going to give us a godly chest at some point. They also added Marauder skulls, which you can actually go to a shop at the Pack Mules, and they provide a shop that rotates and it costs these skulls. The best way to get these skulls is an enchant known as Skull Collector for your axe or sword, I believe it is. But essentially that enchant is really rare right now, so it's not really reliable to go for it unless you pull it somehow. Buying it would be super expensive because the enchant, when you kill regular mobs, it actually gives you the skulls. So if I were to kill this mob right here, it would give me some skulls potentially. And then there's the generals that have like armor trims on them that are a little bit more beefier and tankier. Those ones give guaranteed skulls even without the enchant. But as you can see, this shop right here gives this for this many Marauder skulls, and it resets in 33 minutes. And it's for each different adventure type, so your skulls don't stay if you have, like, let's say a ton in diamond. They won't be there in your iron runs, but they'll still be in your diamond. It's like a currency that you can use to buy whatever you want whenever there's a good item in there. I think it was a really good update. Personally, I think it was really good. Another legendary socket. Still can't seem to get that to work out. Gonna do a fix all. There we go. Godly chest. What are we getting from the godly here? A blaze spawner and a science amplifier. The science amplifier is probably like 500k, maybe not even that. So that was kind of a rip. The blaze spawner is also kind of a rip. Is what it is. Go ahead, splash down our potions. We'll do another little bit of potions here. Right as I'm about to go near the border, I find more godlies. Like, what is this? The game's trying to tell me something. Alright, so I'm finally done in adventures. We're gonna go ahead and store everything away, but I did get a decent bit of loot and a lot of gems we're gonna be opening. So let's go ahead, put away the copper nodes, the spawners. The dust I'll probably put in my PV2 because I am gonna be needing that. The chest plate we're gonna sell for like 250k. I am re-auctioning some other items I have because I do want to make the money as soon as I can. Let's take a look at the science thing here. So science tier 3 is about 200k. Oh my gosh. That just shot down in price in like no time. So we'll go ahead, go into shop, and we're gonna craft all this up and then make a gold block. Perfect. Now we got 6 of them and of course 6 gold. Gem opening time. We'll start with the iron majors and we got nothing. We'll do the minor diamond, and did we get anything? Lucky 9, that's money. Arcane Blast 2 could sell for a bit. Let's open these ones. Marauder's Edge 2, we'll probably keep that maybe. Deathbringers 2. There was some decent gems there that I could sell realistically. Okay, so Deathbringer is pretty cheap. We're gonna do like 350k, and it turns out we're out of AH slots, so I am gonna start putting everything that I want to sell up in this corner for the time being. Let's see if we get anything, which we did not, but we got some gems back from our Cosmic Blessing, which didn't even turn out good anyways. So we kind of just got ripped on those. Unfortunate. It is what it is. I'll take all the dust I can get realistically, because the dust adds up when I'm trying to apply max gems anyways, so it is all right. So it's been about a day since I last recorded or so, and if we take a look at our island level, we are level 20 on our island, but I want to go ahead and get my island level up even more. So the way we're going to do that is by replacing our carrots with, of course, torch flowers. We need a little bit of torch flowers. We need about this many here that I just bought off AH, and I have a ton in here. We're trying to get around another 6 stacks in total, so we're missing about 3. So I might run the adventures really quickly in the iron adventure. The first thing I need to do is go ahead, break this bot, and we're gonna break this one as well, and we're gonna go ahead and place them down, and we'll go ahead and turn them off and place them down at the same time. So there we go, situated. Let's go ahead, put in their fuel, and then we'll put back in the upgrades, and we'll start replacing the crops. Slash toggle, let's go here and turn the toggle on. So now we can go ahead, start getting rid of all these carrots, which realistically, I'm only gonna need enough to fill that top layer up there, and then we're probably gonna get rid of the rest of them. We're gonna sell them for money, even though we have 42 million, which we are gonna spend on some upgrades for our harvesters potentially. I guess we could do that right now. So the torch flower actually doesn't have level 2, the current one. So if we look here, tier 2 is 2.6 million. We'll go ahead and get that. put it on that bot. So now it should zoom quicker once it hits the end and starts its cycle, I believe, which is really good. So we got tier 2s, but we could also probably get these all to tier 3 if we go ahead and purchase all them. But first, let's go ahead and worry about getting these torch flower seeds down. Okay, so we're done with all the carrots. We can now go ahead and start placing down the torch flower seeds. Let's go ahead and start placing these in. All right, we've gotten a decent bit done so far, but definitely these are gonna make us a decent bit of money, and we'll probably need to remove the carrots from the collection chests as well. But I'm very excited to have these down and get rid of those carrots because they just don't make enough island XP compared to the torch flowers, and their growth speed is way longer. All right, we got a little bit more, and then we should be done placing these, and then we'll turn the bots back on, even though we're missing a few seeds, and we'll go back and get those in the iron adventure, I think is the plan. So go ahead, place those down, and then we finish this little bit up, and I'm actually gonna get the upgrades as well first. We'll go on AH Search Harvester, look for tier 3. We can get some for around 15 million total, which is honestly not too bad. I'll take them all so we can get these all to tier 3. So put that in, and then we have access to, I believe, the 2 times crop chance. I believe this gives 2 times crop. Okay, so we get default 2 times crop, but it gives more the higher the level. Okay, and the working speed is 300% now, so it should just zoom. And I'm gonna make sure all the cycles are as long as they can be. Make sure they're all set to that. So they should be a 30-second wait time in between all of these before it goes back and forth, which should be good enough. Now we can go to the collection and take out carrots in the farming section. So we'll go ahead and start doing that in all of these since we are completely done with that. So long, carrots. It's been a good run. So now I'm gonna place down the carrots here, and eventually I might get rid of this manual farming area, at least for the higher tier of crops, because it's just money sitting here that I don't use. So I would like to put it to use eventually. And there we go. We should be done now. All those will grow over time, but we can put a stack up, I think, which is all right. So if we go and look at carrots, they're about 30,000 almost per. So we'll do H cell 1.8 million. Also, I'm gonna set up a automatic crafter here in a moment. We definitely need one. And crafter tier 1 upgrades are so expensive right now. I think I'm gonna buy this one for 15 million, just because that's actually cheaper than it usually is, and we need one of those. So now we only have 10 million, which is all good. And we also need crafter tier 2, so we'll go ahead and buy one of those. And there we go. We got everything we need, because I need to make one for crafting things and one for the fueling here. So I got the crafting bot. We're gonna go ahead, grab some hoppers, and we're just gonna make a simple little crafting station here for the time being. It's not gonna be really anything complex. So I got some chests. We'll go ahead, turn on chunks. I'm gonna put the chest facing right here, and then we're gonna go boom, 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 and boom. The crafter is gonna be facing this way, and we'll have 2 different sides where the items will flow in from. So now we go there. We go ahead and buy 2 more chests, and then I don't really need fueling on the top because I'm not gonna be automatically fueling this. It doesn't really need that. I'm just gonna grab some fuel from here and call it a day because it barely uses any. Now we're gonna go into here, set up our crispy flesh, and we're gonna grab out coal, rotten flesh, and everything we need. So this is gonna be the coal side. So let's go ahead, put all the coal in. This will be rotten flesh, and you can see it's now starting to craft all of the rotten flesh into crispy flesh with the coal. Pretty simple of a concept, and we'll grab out the spare stuff in here. Pretty much, I wanted to do this for a while. I've just been neglecting it, but now we've got the time to do it. I'd say the only problem with this setup is the hopper's gonna overflow, so I do have to watch it occasionally and make sure the items don't despawn. So I'm gonna be honest, we only need 3 torch flower seeds. I guess we can hop an adventure, see if we can get those really quickly, but we'll go ahead and grab out what's in here and put this in here so it doesn't stack up so much. Of course, while I'm in adventure. So now we need to go ahead and try and get some torch flower seeds. Already got a chest? Anything? Nope. It's a matter of getting those torch flower seeds. That's all we're here for. The problem is I'm not getting basic chests, which I want to get basic only, and our best option would be to disconnect and reconnect every time we get something we don't want. So I relogged, and as you can see, there's mobs here again. We can go ahead and start fighting them, and we already have a basic again. As you can see, we got basic. Pretty simple. The best way to do it is you get out of combat, though, when you log out. I relogged out of combat so I can instantly log back in without any issues, so we can try and find what we're looking for. So if we get anything past basic, we're just gonna skip it. Oh, and we got 2 torch flower seeds. It was from an item drop. Okay, so all we need is 1 more. We can easily do that. Oh, and there we go. We do have a godly chest, but I think I'm just gonna go to spawn. We got what we came for, and that's literally it. So now if we go to the back of our farm, we can place these down, and it's done. Perfect stuff. And we can turn on these harvesters again. I completely forgot to do that. So now these guys should be running and farming these pretty easily, which is good. How much fuel is it using per one of these, though? It's not using too much. It's actually quite easy to keep this going. You can see all this is still crafting up, which is gonna take quite a bit of time. So since we have pretty much a full inventory of this, we're gonna go ahead and grab our merchant pet out, grab this, boom. Now we get our sell bonus. Go ahead, do sell hand. There we go. We made 1 million just from that, and it took no time at all to make it. It just needed a crafting system for it, which is not really too difficult to build. And now we have to wait 15 minutes to use this again, so we're kind of on a cooldown. I do have a lot of recipes, by the way. I've been stocking up. We are gonna go ahead and claim all these. We got glycerin melon, which is a good recipe for the future. And then we have obsidian fuel in case we need that for fueling. We got magical pumpkin, which involves glycerin melons and pumpkins. So we'll go ahead, craft this up, and we'll make that. And then we got the farming recipes for all the crops, I believe, in the demonic realm area. So we can go ahead and just craft these and redeem them, so then we have them already and don't have to worry about them, which is really, really good. So let's go ahead and redeem the farming and then the magical pumpkin. There we go. I've also got a lot of copper nodes, so at some point we will be doing copper fuel, but of course that is not going to be today's video. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I appreciate all the support recently, and I will see you all in the next one.